Hey, how's it going? John here with Trucking with John D. I want to talk a little bit about, in trucking forums and certain trucking Facebook groups and comments on other trucking YouTubers' videos. I see a lot of people asking the question of, I need what's the best company for, what's the best company for me? Or what company has this, that, this, and this, and this? They have this menu or this recipe of the things they're looking for in a company and want to know what's the best or what's the recommendation for the best company for those things. And the problem with that is that nobody can tell you what's the best company for you because everybody's situation is different. There are a lot of people who are at, let's just take one company for example. Let's pick on Schneider. There's a lot of people who aren't or haven't been or have had a bad experience at Schneider. While at the same time, there are people who have been there for 20, 30, 40 years that they are doing well at Schneider. Yeah, so there are, let's pick on Swift. There's a lot of people, most people know about the bad track record Swift has, as far as their accident rate and, their drivers not being very good. But there are people at Swift that's been there a long time that have a positive experience and plan on retiring from that company. But most people wouldn't recommend that company for you. But who's to say that wouldn't be a good company for you? So nobody really can say what company will provide the things you're looking for. But as a recommendation, if you have a recipe, well, the things you want to look for in a company, nobody can tell you what's the best company for you. And you might have your list of things you're looking for, but I can give you the main things to look for in a trucking company. One is a trucking company that has a terminal close to where you live. I would say in at least 100 to 150 miles. That way, the transition to that company or transition away from that company won't be a big burden. Another thing to look for is a starting. I don't know. It depends on how much experience you have, but at a minimum, you should be making 35 cents a mile starting. The next thing you want to look for is a company that has a variety of freight. Instead of it being a company that just has van loads, just have reefer loads, or just has flatbed, you might want to look at a company, whether it's your first company, second company, a company where you can learn how to pull different kinds of freight, because you might you might find that flatbedding is your thing. Flatbedding is a thing for you, that you don't like van loads where you got to bump docks and sit there and wait for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, up to, sometimes 6 hours. You might be more the kind of person that wants to get into a place, unstrap, have them offload your stuff, restrap, rechain, retop, depending on the kind of load, and get out of there. You're not wasting a lot of time waiting to get unloaded at a dock or at a grocery warehouse. Same thing with reefer. You might not want to deal with the hassle of babysitting a reefer load. You might not want to deal with the hassle of having appointments at 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, and then it taking 4, 5, 6 hours to get unloaded, dealing with lumpers, and the list goes on. So you might want to look at a company that has a variety of different kinds of freight. The third thing, I'm just giving 3 things. There's more things to consider, but the third thing is a company where the dispatch gives you more than one load to choose from per dispatch. Now, some companies have this, some companies don't. Some companies, so this is stuff you might have to ask the company up front. And the reason why I say that is you want them to give you more than one dispatch, or you being able to pick loads, even if they're still dispatching you, but they're giving you more than one load to pick from. because that goes along with the home time, you know, because if they're flexible with lows, then they're pretty much gonna be flexible with home time. So those are just 3 things to consider. There's many more things to consider, but stop asking people what's the best trucking company for all these things that you have a list of, because what might be a great trucking company for them might not be a good company for you. You know, I've worked at companies like, I worked at US Express, and many times people say, oh man, I'm not getting any miles, I'm not getting this, I'm not getting that, my truck always breaking down. When I had none of that experience, I was getting miles, my truck never broke down, so I didn't have that experience. So I could tell you, hey, that US Express is a great company, but you know, that was my experience, while you might have 20 other people where they disagree. So who's to say, you know, what's a good company for you? That's all I want to say in this video. So if you got some value out of this video, like it, share it, subscribe to my channel to get more videos like this, more updates, and check out the mystery link below this video. I always put some random link that's either related to the topic or just something that's random, you know, something that you might find interesting. So check it out. Like I said, like and subscribe to my channel, this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk to you again soon.